Hey Maury. Hey Rory. Rory and Maury have really acclimated to this fish tank pretty well since the last time I think I videotaped them, which has been a while. Yeah, I've been pretty negligent with them. Don't worry, I've been feeding them just fine every single day, but yeah, I just haven't really been spending. Ooh, I think I just saw Maury poop. I didn't know you could actually see a fish poop, but I'm pretty sure that was a little turd I just saw come out of Maury. Yeah, I don't need to clean their fish tank quite yet. Still got like another week or so before I gotta do that. I just haven't been spending too much time like this, just some quality time. And I know what that feels like. Yeah, you'll just see them swimming around a lot of the time. Maury is still definitely the dominant one and the more comfortable just being out and about. And Rory is definitely the more seclusive, reclusive individual. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of Rory. I feel like I worry more about Rory than I do Maury, but they have both gotten accustomed to this tank well. They both have great color back, and I feel like I see them growing. All good signs. A few days ago, I noticed that the water in the fish tank was slowly decreasing. I thought maybe there must be a crack in it or something, but I had checked that already, and there wasn't any water on the baseboards underneath, so I was really confused as to why the water level was getting so low. And even at night, the water dumping back in from the filter into the water in the fish tank was super loud. I could hardly sleep, so I actually had to add more water. I googled like, why would my fish tank be losing water? Turns out there's a term called water evaporation. Because of the water heater in here, it can cause the water in here to just evaporate. And the water's not getting super hot at all. It's a good temperature, but yeah, it's just been losing water. We just gotta keep monitoring that and keep filling up back with water again. Also just making sure that I have the lights off periodically and not keeping them on at night, stuff like that. So things are going pretty well. When I was growing up, I was always the quiet one and the loner and the individual. And my brother Eli, he was always the social person, the out and about one, the more confident one. My mom would describe both of us as me, the intellectual, and Eli, the socialite. I think that's why I really feel connected to Rory more. I love them both, but I can relate to Rory just because we have that same individuality, I think. Yeah, I definitely see a lot of myself and my brother in these fish. Strange? I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna feed them. It's a little thumbful. Nice. Maury always goes at the food first and then leaves Rory the scraps. Rory usually subtly comes up and grabs some, but usually when I'm not looking, so. I have a question for you if you're watching and kind of have an idea of craftsmanship, or even if you don't, if you just have a really good idea. So I'm getting kind of tired of taking the lid off every time and also taking off the lamp. I want to figure out a way to not have to do that, but still be able to feed my fish. Obviously, whenever I clean the tank, I'm going to take everything off, but that's less often than me feeding the fish like every day, every other day. So kind of what I've thought about is like cutting a hole in the top of the lid and like putting a piece of glass or plexiglass on top, but I don't want it to look super makeshift. I want it to look good, and trying to figure out how to do that the best possible way. Like be able to like insert the plexiglass rather than like put it on top and just leave it there, and maybe like hinge it, but I also don't want the hinges to really show up on the top. Yeah, I have no idea where I would start with that. I have a little idea. I've talked to my brother a little bit about it. What ideas do you have? If you have any ideas, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. That might be another project in mind there. And then also another thing I want to do really soon. I have a pretty decent hat collection. Oh Oh, and even this hat right here that I'm wearing. And so I really want a good place for them. Right now I just have them in that shelf above in my closet. I want to make a rack or buy a rack, or if you have a hat rack, I would love to take that off your hands if you don't want it. I need ideas on what to do with that. I want a good hat rack that I can place my hats on and just have a place for them and take them off again. I want it to be small and compact, that way it doesn't take up too much space in here. I'm really surprised by how many hats I have, because whenever I was growing up, I never wore hats at all. Zero hats. I just wanted to show off the natural mane of hair that I have, which is pretty darn good. But sometimes I need a hat to control it all. And so I'm really glad that I have these hats. I just need a spot for them, a designated spot, an intentional spot. So if you can help me with that too, I will take any and all ideas. All right, y'all, that's it for today's video. I might keep it short and sweet, but if you liked what you've seen, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel, or don't. That's okay too. And I'll see you tomorrow.